Now let me follow up by giving the floor to Mr. Nayib Bukele.
Thank you very much. Thanks to the permanent representative for the United Nations in Sri Lanka for hosting this event, and the permanent mission in Kazakhstan too. Thanks to all. Today, I have been asked to speak about an experience in a small town in El Salvador that is rapidly becoming a city, and how this experience can contribute to the development of sustainable and humane cities around the world. But for me, this is not a personal story or the story of a local government, not even the story of a town formed by good and working people who changed poverty for growth and hope in only 2 years. For me, Nuevo Cuscatlan, which I guess few of you can pronounce, Nuevo Cuscatlan is the story of humanity and how we, as human beings, have the capacity to build rather than destroy, and how we can use our ability to build in changing the reality of human society. This concept should not only apply to a small town in El Salvador, it should apply to a big city. It should also apply to a country, to a continent, or even to the whole world. In many countries of our world, we see poverty, discrimination, violence, corruption, and in worst cases, famine, misery, and war. In my country, El Salvador, we see some of the above. But 2.5 years ago, in this small town that is rapidly becoming a city, we decided to see things differently. We decided to see poverty as an opportunity to grow. We decided to see a town that was almost unknown in our country as an opportunity to rebrand. We decided to seeing not having even basic infrastructure as an opportunity to build from scratch. So we decided to turn problems into opportunities, our enemies into brothers, and to use the energy wrongly spent in hatred, resentment, and violence into positive things, like empowering our communities and working and building together our city. But to do this, we should send those frivolous fights between politicians to the place they belong, the past. With this, we establish that we are not working to enrich some on the top. We established that our team was of vital importance to us. So now we could focus on building the future. In just a couple of months, we implemented numerous programs. Our city will be built based on the people, people-centered. So in just a couple of months, we implemented numerous programs, some that we take most pride. Today, in this emerging city, Nuevo Cuscatlan, every youth, every person has the opportunity to get a full college scholarship. 100%. They can receive a full college scholarship. The only requirement is to have a grade average of 7.5 out of 10. That's the only requirement. They can choose the university of their choice, and they can choose the career of their choice. The scholarship is automatic. You just have to get good grades. That's it. So any person in Nuevo Cuscatlan, regardless of their economic possibilities, regardless of their social status, a political affiliation, they can be an architect, a doctor, an engineer, anything that they want. The only thing that they have to do is to study. All of these beneficiaries, mostly youth, have also the opportunity to be part, if that is what they want, in an organization formed by the scholarship tenants themselves that works in helping their own communities. So far, on their own initiative, they raised funds to set up the Zero Bare Feet program, ensuring every child in Nuevo Cuscatlan has a pair of shoes. They also organize a literacy program, and we hope to declare Nuevo Cuscatlan free of illiteracy within the next 6 months. We have quality healthcare for all. In El Salvador, public healthcare is run by the national government. However, in Nuevo Cuscatlan, we decided to take it into our own hands. And since 2.5 years ago, every person receives high-quality health care, 24 hours a day and 365 days a year. with great attention, quality, and comfortable infrastructure, skilled and nice personnel, all prescription drugs free of charge, laboratory exams, public ambulances, etc., all paid by the municipality. Someone said, why are you doing that? Let the government pay for it. We answered, we are the local government. We are the ones close to the people. So let's care for everyone. We have a program of senior food assistance. In Nuevo Cuscatlan, 100% of our seniors are guaranteed a monthly food supply. The only requirement is to be a senior citizen and live in Nuevo Cuscatlan. The other one, security. Nuevo Cuscatlan had a homicide rate of 1 per month. So in the 2.5 years that we have been there, we have defeated the odds. Instead of meeting the projection that was 30 homicides, we had only 1 in 2.5 years. 1 still too many. We must work on that. But reducing homicides from 30 to 1 tell us we're almost there. We're also working on women entrepreneurship. We have assisted women in finding employment. One of the biggest problems in cities is that most people can't find jobs. So we have assisted them in finding employment even from their homes. The NUCU project in Nuevo Cuscatlan, women sell handmade crafts, which are now being exported to Guatemala, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Germany, and here in the United States. We have invested in infrastructure. We have carried out more than 400 infrastructure projects, including constructing parks, plazas, streets, and remodeling all public schools so they have the same quality of private ones. There's a street here in the photo. That road will connect Nuevo Cuscatlan to one of the most developed areas in the country. So the city will boom. And we have a library, that one in the middle, that is made with a private enterprise. We have a program with water distribution. In Nuevo Cuscatlan, we had a huge water problem. The government wasn't able to provide water for half of the population in Nuevo Cuscatlan. So we did our own project in the municipality, in the local government, in the city hall. We did our own project, and we give water free of charge to all people with limited resources. That's almost 35% of the population with free water, 24 hours, and good quality water. Who pays for it? Well, it's paid by those who have more, and they pay. And it's also paid by the efficiency of the system. Distributing water is really, really cheap. God gives it to us as a gift. We have only to do small investments to distribute it to the people. And finally, we launched a project a few months ago that is attracting investments. We changed the codes in the municipality. We increased regulations, but at the same time made it that these regulations had a positive impact on everyone. So we launched this program that's called Attracting Investments to attract $1 billion in 10 years. $1 billion in investment. This is this is an emerging city, a very small town before. And in the first year, we had $300 million in investments. So it's growing so fast that we'll surpass our goal. Nuevo Cuscatlan is growing more and faster than even the most optimistic of us could have imagined. In a few months, I will no longer be mayor of Nuevo Cuscatlan. They don't need me anymore. Nuevo Cuscatlan will continue its rapid growth to become El Salvador's best city. And its people and my team know that they should go on. On a personal matter, I have assumed a new challenge. I'm running for mayor of El Salvador's capital. And making it an example. Making El Salvador's capital an example, like we did with Nuevo Cuscatlan, for me is the biggest challenge of my life. But that is not what's important. What's important is the challenge that we all have as human beings. The challenge of understanding that building a better society for us is all in our hands. It is we who decide what future we want to build for ourselves. We still live in a world where we throw more food away than the amount we need to end global hunger. But we also live in a world where people are willing to change, to make things better. And we can do it. We did it before. Didn't we conquer the air and the sea? Didn't we discover electricity and invented computers and the web? Sure, we have the power. The question is, do we have the will? Let's change things. Let's change the status quo. Let's break some paradigms. And let's rebuild the world. Sooner or later, our time will come. I only hope this time is coming soon. Thank you very much.